Okay guys, so something completely different for me and something I've actually been doing a lot of lately as compared to airbrushing. I'm doing some custom etched glasses. These are going to be pint glasses. These little 16-ounce glasses. I get these for $1 and working on quite a few designs for actually a total of 24. But I figured I'd show you how I'd do this. So everything right now is cut on my Silhouette Cameo, just my 12-inch plotter. I guess I probably should have had that sitting out, but anyway, 12-inch cutter. I use regular sign vinyl for it. And normally what I would do if I were just making a decal, okay, the area that you see on here that's black is what the decal would be. But since I'm etching the glass, I don't want the positive, I want the negative. So what I've done, I've weeded out this area here, and that will be applied to the glass and then etched. I'm using Armor Etch. You can get it from Hobby Lobby. It's like $10 for a small, I think it's like 2 or 3 ounces. But they do have a larger size for like $20. I also use an air eraser. But here in Northeast Ohio in February, it's kind of cold, and my compressor does not like to start up in the cold in the garage. So during the winter, I use this etching cream. So let me get this applied to the glass, and I'll show you how to etch it. Okay, so for applying the stencil to the glass, normally I use a paper transfer tape. Here I'm just going to use some clear transfer tape. It's on a smaller roll. My other transfer tape is 24 inches wide. Obviously, I don't need that much to transfer this little stencil to the cup. Make sure that's kind of pressed down really good. And then we're going to line that up on the cup. Hopefully I don't go out of frame with this. I apologize if I do. But we're going to kind of line that up on the cup where it looks decent. And fairly straight. The only problem with getting it lined up, the only issue on these pint glasses in particular, is they're tapered, obviously. So as it sort of wraps around, it wants to. You can see it doesn't look straight. Something that's off just that little bit, I'm really not too concerned about, so I'm going to peel off my transfer tape. And now we're actually ready to etch the design. Okay, so this is our Armor Etch. Again, I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's like $10, $11 for this little jar. And again, I think it's 2 or 3 ounces. I don't see it. Net weight 3 ounces. There we go. If I can get that in the frame for you. Net weight 3 ounces. They do have a larger size. I don't recall how much you get in there for the price, but it's like 20 bucks. So what we're going to do, just going to give this a couple good shakes. Okay, and this is actually a cream that's going to sit on the glass, and it's best if you have a little paintbrush or something, but I don't have that right now, so I'm just going to use a little popsicle stick. Again, something you get at the hobby store. Get a whole big package of them for next to nothing. And then being careful, because you do not want to get this stuff on your hands, on your bare skin. We're just going to put this cream into our negative space. Now you see why we wanted a negative space for our stencil. Again, if this were just a standard car decal, the area that I'm filling in here, this negative space, so this negative space would have been our car decal. So according to the instructions, you want to let this sit for about 3 minutes. However, I found that if you let it sit, and you don't want your cat to get up on the counter and get into that stuff because it is harmful. So anyway, as I found, I think the instructions say, I think it's 3 or 4 minutes. What I found is that if you let it sit for at least 5 minutes, and you want to make sure that everything is covered well, and again, your cat is not on the counter. Yeah, meow. So you want to make sure it's covered well, and you want to let that sit for about 5 minutes at least. Okay, so it's been about 6 minutes now. Ready to rinse this off. And I'm just going to use warm water. And again, you want to be careful even when rinsing this off that you don't get this cream etching compound on your skin. If you do, immediately rinse it off, wash it off. I don't know the chemical makeup of it, but that's what the manufacturer says. Okay, so now the warm water is actually serving two purposes. One, obviously it's rinsing away all the cream, but two, it's softening up the glue on the back of my sign vinyl here. It's going to make it a lot easier to peel off. And once that's done, your etching is done. That's it. It's ready to go to give to your customer, friends, whoever. Keep for yourself. That's it. We'll dry this off. I'll show you some finished pictures.